Sheila, who's on? Who's on with me today? Hello. Hello, Konyen-chan. I see he's the first one on. Who else is on? Hello, Zemin, Kain-u. Nice to see you guys. Are you having a good weekend? Kintizar. Oh my gosh, 20 people already. Okay. What else did I want to say today? How was your weekend? What have you been up to? Barilonila. I went for a walk today, Lanpa Shaute, and I felt really good. Matantanji, I want to say I congratulate you for waking up so early. Homa soin lina igwe, manat lina igwe tena, no? Oh, California ma. Thank you for joining us. May hi. May got Japan got, no? All right. So today we're going to read some stories, and I was thinking that maybe we'll start off with let's start off with the obstacle in our path, with the story about the king, no? The king and the big stone. I also wanted, if we have time, I would also like to go over the necklace story. It's one of my favorites, and I know that many of you have probably read the necklace when you were in grade school. So elementary school or jama sewing, the necklace go papu no. So my cousin and my cousin's friends have told me that when they had read the necklace back in school, they only read it just so that they can complete the exam. No, it's not really to think about these great ideas about the So I think for us with the necklace, we want it so that we put it in the worksheet so that you're able to study, right? It's not just for mere examination, but to really think. No? So I wanted to go over two stories today. And yeah, let's, okay, it's 7:03. Let's give everybody 3 more minutes. 7:06 masoem, majimono o sa same, no? We'll start reading. Everybody okay? So how is life? Saye, everything good? Do you like December? Are you excited for Christmas? It's in 1 week and a half. Yeah? What are you doing for Christmas? Tough crowd, no? Participation, no? Tell me about life. Your life. Tough crowd. What am I doing? Do late now sheet August ne Bryson so didn't down ma jobby, no? To didn't be wabi. Do ma do ya you. Do a nangajama US ma le, Jimo Yangoma. So US ma COVID pit kajo let, Gabaya COVID pit kajo. The Roshio, Dwale lo meow. Dame the late now go, cookie box be like deli, dame US gale nanganja lily. Ho sa the cuckoo bay a yanchi rabe, so throw boo at the lauchi. So do a mea sito be a cut your hair at Jimo go at a go me mali. Hair and a lady or the near cavities day ဟိုစာရကျင်လို့ပေးတာလားတဲ့တွားမကောင်းမှာစိုးလို့လေအရန်ချိုလို့ the cookies တွေကအဲ့ဒါလည်းမှန်တယ် so အကြီးဆုံးလေးကသူ့နာမည်က August နော်August ကမချိမဖုန်းခေါ်ပြီးရခါကျAugust က4နှစ်ပြည့်သွားပြီသူပြောပြီးရခါကျ Auntie J တဲ့ Auntie J I want chips တဲ့အာလူကြော်လို့ခြင်းတဲ့အဲ့တော့သူ့ကိုလည်းမတွေ့ရတဲ့ခါကျတော့သူ့ကိုလည်း okay လို့ chips ကိုပို့ပေးမယ်လို့ so သူ့ကိုအာလူကြော်အကြီးပေးအာလူကြော်အများကြီးကိုသူတို့ပို့လိုက်တာ the box was this big I sent them chips and it was so many so the mother said oh I can open up a store ငါတို့ဆိုင်ဖွင့်လို့ရပြီတဲ့ဒီ cookies တွေနဲ့အာလူကြော်တွေနဲ့တဲ့အဲ့တော့I don't know if you have any ideas မချိမကလေးတွေဘာကြိုက်မလဲဆိုရင်အကြံနေပေးပါလို့နော် I don't know what to give my nephews for Christmas what are you getting for Christmas or what do you want for Christmas and what are you giving Christmas ဒီမှာနည်းနည်းလေးတော့ I think နည်းနည်းလေးတော့ celebrate လုပ်ပါတယ်နော်ကျင်းပပါတယ်မြန်မာပြည်ကI'm excited. Last year, I young father. Might be young Goma. Okay, you guys. Everybody's so quiet today. How long do you need those at the daily name, no? Scotty won't be on now. Okay, I think you guys like the story. That's why the story over. Not how Janetana. Oh, okay. I'm getting a little bit of comments. You're saying okay. So Tantanji says. She's staying at home. Okay. Ngongwei says, all I want for Christmas is you. Ngongwei, you are a great singer. I think you're very good with music because Beyonce, if I were a boy, no? All I want for Christmas is you is Mariah Carey. Thank you, Ngoi. Okay, so Nyenchen says he's singing songs with his friends and AA says, I'm in class. Okay. So Matanji says she's staying at home. And she said staying home saves lives during Christmas. Sarji says her favorite month is December. Okay. Wow. All right, guys. Okay. So let's start with the class, no? Just wondering. I think my phone is a little bit slow. Okay, so let's start with the class and we are going to read The Obstacle in Our Path, no? Okay, and tell me some of the morals of this. The Obstacle in Our Path. In ancient times, a king had a boulder placed on a roadway. He then hid himself and watched to see if anyone would move the boulder out of the way. Some of the king's wealthiest merchants and courtiers came by and simply walked around it. No? So a boulder, it's a stone. No? It's a big stone. So di chao tongji go o sa di chao tongji go o lambo ma duria tuire le. The king had a boulder placed on a roadway. No? So he then hid himself and watched to see if anyone would move the boulder out of the way. Some of the king's wealthiest merchants and courtiers came by and simply walked around the boulder. Okay, so the translation is in front of you, no? I think everybody understands what this is saying. Byenjiga di chao tongji go di lama poma tua ta de, no? Tua pombi e khajo lu de ya bdu ka shwe pai mle lo tua ji ni da, no? Saung ni da. Okay. Many people loudly blamed the king for not keeping the roads clear, but none of them did anything about getting the stone out of the way. No? Okay. I'm going to read it again. So when I'm reading, please repeat with me at home. No? So I want you to be saying it out loud with me to practice your speaking and your pronunciation. Okay? So I'm going to read the sentences twice. Many people loudly blamed the king for not keeping the roads clear, but none of them did anything about getting the stone out of the way. So လူတော်တော်များများကတဲ့ဘုရင်ကြီးကို ဒီလမ်းမတွေကိုဘာဖြစ်မရှင်းတာလဲလို့သူတို့ကအပြစ်တင်နေတာเนาะပြောနေတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဘယ်သူမှလည်းဘာမှမလုပ်ဘူးเนาะ A peasant then came along carrying a load of vegetables. Upon approaching the boulder, the peasant laid down his burden and tried to push the stone out of the way. After much pushing and straining, he finally succeeded. Okay? Let's say it one more time. A peasant, you should be saying this out loud with me, no? A peasant then came along, carrying a load of vegetables. Upon approaching the boulder, the peasant laid down his burden and tried to push the stone out of the way, out of the road. After much pushing and straining, he finally succeeded. So လေသမားတယောက်ကတဲ့သူဟင်းသီးဟင်းရွက်တွေကိုသူကအထုပ်ကြီးကိုသူကင်ထားတယ်သူဒီကြောက်တုံးကြီးကိုတွေးတဲ့ခါကျတော့သူကဒီကြောက်တုံးကိုသူ့အားနဲ့သူတွန်းတယ်နော် so he tried စူးစမ်းပြီးတဲ့ခါကျတော့သူတွန်းတယ်and then သူအောင်မြင်တယ်နော်နောက်ဆုံးမှတော့သူကအောင်မြင်တယ်He finally succeeded, right? After the peasant went back to pick his vegetables. After the peasant went back to pick up his vegetables, he noticed a purse lying in the road where the boulder had been. Okay, we're going to say it one more time. Say it out loud with me. After the peasant went back to pick up his vegetables, he noticed a purse lying on the road where the boulder had been. Okay, so I'm going to give a shout out to Nyencha. Go Nyencha, majimo was a message po biye kajo biore. Why is it lying in the road rather than lying on the road? So it should be lying on the road, no? Di lampoma. Di lama, di sapasan eka, the preposition should be on the road, no? So he noticed a purse lying on the road where the boulder had been. Le the maga tu hindi hiya tuyo tua piambi sa kau yuwa de kajo tua di pasan eko tu tuire di lama poma. Di lama ma. The purse contained many gold coins. No, the pasan myai osa. She did the pasan itema. The purse contained many gold coins and a note from the king, explaining that the gold was for the person who removed the boulder from the roadway. No, the purse. Say it out loud again. The purse contained many gold coins and a note from the king, explaining that the gold was for the person who removed the boulder from the roadway. So, di BNG aro, di le the madre do, tua ပတ်စံပေးလိုက်တယ်เนาะဘာဖြစ်ဆိုတော့လေသမားလေးကဒီကြောက်တုံးကြီးကိုဖယ်ပေးလို့ So okay, so the moral of the story is written here, but I want to ask you what you think the moral of the story is. What are the other lessons? Right? There are so many, no? Especially Boulder Baba ma so in the story layout the story layout Zen Buddhism tema thro sa အမြဲတမ်းပြန်ပြောပြတယ် so it's something about karma as well, no? So I want to ask you what you guys think of this story. What do you think? What do you think of the story? Okay. Sorry, I'm waiting for you guys to say something. What do you think of the story? Do you think that do you think this is a good story? Do you like this story? This storyကိုကြိုက်လားဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲမကြိုက်ဘူးလား For me, I find other morals of this story. You know? Okay, so let's see what this story had, the moral of this story is. So,ပြောထားတော့ every obstacle, according to the author, no? According to the စာရေးဆရာတော့ပြောထားတယ် သူကတော့ in life, every obstacle we come across in life gives us an opportunity to improve our circumstances. And while the lazy complain, the others are creating opportunities through their kind hearts, generosity, and willingness to get things done. Okay? So I'm going to say that one more time so it's a little bit more clear to us, no? But I still want to hear from you and ask you for what is your understanding of the story. Okay? Okay. So for me, I'm going to say, okay. I'm going to repeat it one more time and then I'm going to tell you my own thoughts about this story. Every obstacle we come across in life gives us an opportunity to improve our circumstances. And while the lazy complain, the others are creating opportunities through their kind hearts, generosity, and willingness to get things done. So, okay, so this is a good moral, right? သူပြောနေရတော့ဒီစာရေးဆရာတော့ပြောနေရတော့ you know တခုအတားအဆီးတစ်ခုတွေ့ရင်အခွင့်အရေးလည်းရှိတယ် It's kind of like COVID ကြောင့်လည်းဒီကနည်းနည်းလေးဆင်တယ်နော် And I explained it to you guys yesterday too နော်ဒီဟုတ်တယ်အတားအဆီးတစ်ခုရှိရင်နော်တစ်ခုတွေ့ရင် For example, the Boulder အခွင့်အရေးတစ်ခုရှိတယ် There is always an opportunity, but we don't see it. We don't realize. For this man, for this gentleman, it's his karma. Tu karma ne tu kangkang ni tu tu myare tu akake mashi ang tu pay like that. Di stone go. No? And then he gets awarded. Di chao dongji o tu pay like that kajo. ဘယင်ကကျေနပ်ပြီးရဲ့ခါကျတော့ဒီတယောက်ကို you know ပတ်စံပေးလိုက်တယ် but at the same time မကြေးမုံထင်တာကတော့ and I want to hear from you right you have to participate เนาะပြောမကြေးမုံလည်း comment လို့ဒီလှည့်သမားလေးကတော့မကြေးမုံထင်တယ်သူက he got something out of it meaning he understood the struggle he got character, you know, he got, it's not just, he did it not just because for the money. ပတ်စံကြောင့်သူမလုပ်ဘူးเนาะပတ်စံရှိတာလဲသူကမသိဘူး but it's because he's building his character เนาะဒီလိုမျိုးဒီ stone လေးကိုဒီ stone ကြီးကို तू ကဖယ်လိုက်တဲ့ခါကျတော့ तू ကသူ့အတွက်လဲ तू က you know ကျေနပ်တယ်เนาะ he knows the struggle right သူကတခုခု he accomplished something okay ငါဒီနေ့ဘာလုပ်လဲဆိုတော့ငါဒီတခုလေးကိုဒီကြောက်တုံးကြီးကိုရွှေ့လိုက်တယ်ဖယ်လိုက်တယ် so it's something like something he's proud of ဂုဏ်ယူတယ် you know it's part of his story for the day အဲ့လိုမျိုးပြောနိုင်တယ် you know what I mean so what do you guys think ဘယ်လိုမျိုးထင်လဲ okay so people are writing and so Nayland Thane said I think if we make good we can get back good ဟုတ်တယ် so that's karma right Nguyen Chan says Nguyen Chan ပြောတယ် you get what you pay for this is my opinion ဟုတ်တယ် so that's also karma too right Zoe says we must help each other ဟုတ်တယ်နော် so အားလုံးကတူတူကူပေးနေရမယ် right and Ngui says there's always opportunity even in hard time for positive thinker I love that Ngui it's so true so for me it's COVID-19 ရှိတယ်လေ so I think I told you guys this yesterday so the Chinese have a word right for crisis ဒုက္ခရှိရင်ဒုက္ခတစ်ခုဆိုရင် the Chinese က they say it's 危機 crisis ကဒုက္ခနော်危機 means danger and opportunity ဒီဒုက္ခထဲမှာဒီအခက်အခဲတွေထဲမှာအခွင့်အရေးရှိတယ်နော် so COVID-19 ဆိုရင်ဒီဒုက္ခရောက်နေတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့မချိမုံတို့ကငင်းချန်တို့ကဝေမင်းထက်နဲ့ Nayland ငွေတို့ကwe're all studying we're all studying we're all trying to be better so the equivalent this is our opportunity no or we're this COVID-19 or for us it's always positive thinking right this is what it's trying to say so Wayman Tat wrote I feel encouraged by this story to challenge troubles in life that's beautiful hoda It is like the ones who can change minus to plus. Yes. No? Women said yes. Going from negative to positive. Right? That is what life is about. It's about the struggle. No? Atui Joni. We're always rebuilding ourselves. No? Osa diataku apite shi or you know, akakere shi. No? Dasi de lurea or government ka soya. Dame women tap your lumiobe. You know, go women tap your lumiobe. We always have to see the positive. Get back up. No? Pianta. Right? We have to be resilient. That's a word. Resilient. The kuku piwaye, alonga lewaye, piantame. No? So di ledamalea, majimuno piare. We have to get back up and do what we have to. No? So thank you, Goe Mintup, for your comment. Go Zoado. Without challenges, we cannot see the development. That's very true. No? Go oh, very good. This class. Torabe. Ayan torabe. No? So go Zoa biore hote. No? Di akakere machine. Blumyo po kaun naimle. No? Blumyo po ashi naimle. No? Di akakere shima po polo nine pole choza nine okay I love this good job you guys critical thinkers no di masoy okay so I wanted to ask you how about you know so okay so it's about growth right so I think that is what Goza is saying you know we have to grow miereme po no without obstacles these obstacles are making us grow no it's building our characters yes Luenmo yes we have to overcome any obstacle no Hota we have to overcome any obstacle yes and Gopyo is saying the peasant get good results because of his goodwill to help others Yes, it's his good karma, his merits เนาะ he's doing good merits. Zoe says, I am proud to be a volunteer. ဟုတ်တယ် we all have to volunteer เนาะ You know, Myanmar is the number one country to be the most charitable. သိလား It's always listed as number one to be the most charitable country in the world because we have so many volunteers. So AA says, my AA said, good mind, not mind, M-I-N-D. Good mind gets good luck. ဟုတ်တယ်ကိုစားစိတ်ကကောင်းတဲ့ဆိုတော့ကောင်းလဲကောင်းတယ်နော် Yes, Mame'u says, through challenges, we can build better versions of ourselves. ဟုတ်ပါနော်ဟုတ်တယ်ဒီအတားဆီးတွေရှိရင်ဒီဒုက္ခတွေအခက်အခဲတွေရရင်ခေါင်းထဲမှာစဉ်းစားလိုက် okay ရတယ် you know we're going to be good. It'll help us even be better. Okay, so Tantanji writes, helping each other will be successful difficulties. So if we help each other, we will have, I think what Matanji is saying is, when we help each other, we will be, our difficulties will be like put away, right? We will be instead successful, no? So tutu kunien or that difficulties day the akakere mashiro alonga tutu they pitch in, everybody pitches in and helps, so there are no more difficulties. All right, you guys, stolaita. Action and reaction are seen. I like it that everybody's using different words and different vocabularies, you know, or different ways of saying things. Hote, no? Action and reaction, it's another word for karma, right? Mo Sanda writes, Mo, this is so good. We should solve the problem as much as we can. Yes, it's a great reminder for us all, right? So Mo apionia, Mo le apionia, you know, osa pietana tuyen, pietana shien, patient no, we shouldn't walk around it. You know, matui bie kajo alimyo gown te mama saitao, no ludeale. I'm so sorry, but you know, majimo le Myanmar, but Myanmar pi male I think alon tuira, no? The cuckoo machine, the cuckoo, I mean, nangan jama let to do but people hote. I think Myanmar pi male alon nearly ana dateli, they ma pure you, no? The cuckoo yoma son pietana shida, the kadle. I don't know, please confirm me. Please confirm if you think I'm right, and if I'm wrong, please tell me. Machimo mind lep yo. You know, yoma so machimo immediately to ibude. Ana biya kaja pietana tetelia achi pilare. But you saw baduma mapiolo. No? They don't solve the problem or they don't take it on. Right? Instead, you know, but finally, lunch out beer kajo or zagapio and alone, you know, amanda game of you know, it's just like, oh, alone nearly anani, you know, like, okay, hope you know, hope, you know, yabare, bam pipa yabare, mayao. So we have to solve the problem. Pietanario, piame. Thank you for that, Mo. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Okay. Makes you strong. Okay. So I think that everybody likes this story. Nyenchan, that is very beautiful. Hote. Nyenchan says, no matter what life throws at you, if you do it with a pure heart, it has the same effect. Yeah, it's true. It's beautiful. Hote. No? If you know, if you're an honest person, if you have integrity, right? You do it from the goodness of your heart. It's a good reaction, right? It's a good you know, it comes out and you get good karma back. So Da'im that said, some of the people always pretend their original mind. Hoda. I think Da'im is talking about a lot, no? About work. Da'im was a Da'im nga le a lot jound nene li pyo pya ni tene. Okay, so Fifi says, needless to show others when you are doing something good, because if you treat it well, it will treat you back. That's so beautiful. Hoda Fifi, no? Mafi pyo ni ado ayam mana, you know, let's say, you know, tumyaga, it can be the other way around too, no, Muffy? If somebody does something bad to me, right? I don't need to seek revenge. I don't need to do anything back because it's karma. It'll come around, no? So if I do something good, like move this stone out of the way, oh, no? It'll come back because it's karma. Karma is mother and father, no? So Pyo is 100% right. Pyo is saying, when we sometimes face difficulties, we need to be positive as possible and not blame others. We have to be honest and so on. Mamba, no? Diara amambe. Because the number one thing that I think stalls us, as you know, Myanmar society especially, is about the blame, right? You cannot blame others. No, we have to face it and just say, okay, this is up to me. No, we can't rely on US maso in there, you know. We can't rely on the government. We can't rely on the teachers only. We can't rely on our parents only. No, we have to. It's up to us. Go down it. Go you are it. Go down you are it. Everybody at the neneli support lo naime, but really at the end of the day, you know, your life is your own, right? So you have to face difficulties and not blame anybody. So I love that, Go Pyo. Okay, you guys. Okay, so I wanted to finish off with this story and maybe say one last thing, and then we'll go on to another story, the necklace. Although I think the necklace is going to take some time. It's a great story. I love it. So I was going to say, have you guys ever heard of Kanye West? You know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You know, so it reminded me of that. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, you know? So you have to overcome these obstacles, as many of you have said, and it makes you a better and stronger person. Hoda. So Maluimo saying is right. If you do not say what you have to say, you will only get in trouble. Erale, it's a very good lesson for work, no? So we want to be upfront and honest and say things, you know, right? Great job. Okay, you guys. Great. All right, so let's move on to, should we move on to the other story, the necklace? All right, let's go ahead. Okay, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to finish this story off by reading what Zayar Min wrote. He writes, problems are the best experience of your life. If you do good, it will be good for you too. Helping others is a good thing. Thank you so much. It's very true, Zayar Min. I appreciate it. All right, so Mameu says, all right, let's move on to the next story. Let us move on. All right. Okay. So, what should we... Okay, so I'm going to read the necklace. So that is in our worksheets, no? So it's the last story on the worksheet. I hope you guys are also watching those videos on YouTube, Majimo English videos on YouTube, which teaches you a piece of cake and what's up, the slang. So maybe another time I will read it out loud to you. Okay, the what's up. Okay, so The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. No, it's a French story. It was written by a French writer. I believe it was in 1882. So because it was written in the 1800s, this is 19th century. Now, this was taken place in 19th century. Okay, so 1800s ပြီးသွားရင် 19th century ပြောတယ်เนาะ so if it were written in 1996, it would be 20th century. No, just FYI. Okay, so let's read the story and then you tell me some of the lessons. Madame Mathilde Loisel has always imagined herself an aristocrat, despite being born into a family of clerks, which she describes as an accident of fate. Her husband is a low-paid clerk who tries his best to make her happy, but has little to give. Still, the young couple can afford the services of a young Breton girl as a servant. After much effort, he secures for them an invitation to a ball sponsored by the Ministry of Education. Okay, so မြန်မြန်ပြောလိုက်မယ်နော် soမြန်မာ translation ကတော့ဒီ story ထဲမှာရှိတယ်ဒီ worksheet တွေထဲမှာရှိတယ် but I just wanted to tell you something quickly. So Madame Mathilde Loisel ကတော့သူကaristocrats တွေနဲ့သူကပေါင်းကျင်တယ်เนาะ aristocrats တွေက high society เนาะ aristocrat means someone that comes from a privileged family. Privilege ကပတ်စံရှိတဲ့လူကြီးတွေเนาะ so aristocrat, privilege เนาะ so she describes it as an accident of fate, being born into a family of clerks. So clerks, so they don't make much money, you know, they're a little bit more lower middle class, right? So tu mitazu teo tu mui tara de tu kama kaung de အဲ့လိုမျိုးပြောတာ so tu ma တော့ယောက်ျားကံကောင်းရှိတယ်ဒီယောက်ျားကတော့ Mathilde ကိုသူ့မိန်းမကိုသူပျော်အောင်မြင်မဲ့လုပ်တယ်တဲ့ဒါပေမဲ့ပတ်စံမရှိဘူး so after much effort he secures for them an invitation to a ball. So the ယောက်ျားကတော့ party invitation ကတော့ရတယ်ဒီ party invitation with aristocrats เนาะဒီလူကြီးတွေနဲ့သူ party သူ့မိန်းမနဲ့သူသွားလို့ရတယ်တဲ့ဒီ invitation ရတဲ့ခါကျဖိတ်စာရတဲ့ခါကျ okay, second paragraph. Mathilde refuses to go, for she has nothing to wear and wishes not to be embarrassed. Upset at her displeasure, Loisel gives her 400 francs, all the money he had been saving to go hunting with his friends, so she can buy a dress. Even after Mathilde does so, she is still unhappy because she has no jewels to wear with it. She spurns Loisel's idea of wearing fresh flowers instead, but takes his suggestion to borrow some jewelry from her friend, Madame Jeanne Forestier. She borrows a diamond necklace. This is not a diamond necklace. She borrows a diamond necklace as her only ornamentation. Okay. So Mathilde ကတော့ဒီ party ပွဲကိုသူမသွားချင်ဘူးတဲ့ဘာဖြစ်ဆိုတော့သူကရှက်လို့တဲ့အင်ဂျီမရှိလို့เนาะဘာဝေးအောင်လဲမသိလို့ခေါင်းဝင်မရှိလို့အဲ့တော့သူ့ရဲ့အမျိုးသား Loisel ကတော့သူ့ကို4,000 francs ပေးတယ်4,000 francs ကတော့ it's equivalent to nearly $400 US, which is about မြန်မာလိုမျိုးပြောရင်တော့ Burmese jets နဲ့ဆိုရင်တော့ like 6,500 ခေါင်ဝင်အတွက်6,500ဟိုဒီကတော့ဟို you know ဟိုခေတ်ဥမာဆိုရင်ဟိုခေတ်တုန်းကဆိုရင်ပိုတောင်မှဈေးကြီးတာပေါ့နော် so anyway he gives him all that he gives her all that money she's still unsatisfied Matilda ကတော့ဒီဟာသူကမကျေနပ်သေးဘူးသူကတော့ဒီလက်ဝဲလက်စားလဲဝစ်ချင်တယ်တဲ့အဲ့တော့သူ့တငယ်ချင်းရှိอ่ะသူကသွားငှားတယ်เนาะဒီလက်ဝဲလက်စား jewelry necklace ကို diamond necklace ကို okay Matilda enjoys herself at the ball dancing with influential men and reveling in their admiration once she and Loisel return home though she discovers that she has lost Jian's necklace. Unable to find it or anyone who knows where it might have gone, they resign themselves to buying a replacement. At the Palais Royal shops, they find a similar necklace priced at 40,000 francs and bargain for it, eventually settling at 36,000. Loisel uses an inheritance from his father to cover half the cost and borrows the rest at high interest. Mathilde gives the necklace to Jian without mentioning the loss of the original, and Jian does not notice the difference. Okay, so Matilda ကသူကဒီပွဲကိုသွားပြီးအခါကျတော့သူကအရန်ပျော်နေတဲ့ဒီ aristocrats တွေဒီ you know high society လူကြီးတွေနဲ့ပတ်စံရှိတဲ့လူတွေနဲ့သူကဟိုကနေတယ်စကားပြောနေတယ်ဒီလူတွေကလည်းသူ့ကိုလည်းအထင်ကြီးနေတာเนาะဒါပေမဲ့ Loisel နဲ့သူ့ယောက်ျားအင်းကိုပြန်ရောက်တဲ့ခါကျတော့ဒီဆွဲကြုံမရှိတော့ဘူးပျောက်သွားတယ်အဲ့တော့သူတို့ကဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့ဒီ Palais Royal shop ဒီဆိုင်တစ်ခုကိုသူသွားပြီးအခါကျတော့စင်နဲ့ဆွဲကြိုးကိုသူကသွားဝယ်လိုက်တယ်เนาะ so it looks very similar and this necklace is priced at 40,000 francs so 40,000 francs so it's similar to 40,000 USD I don't know yeah, it's very expensive I don't know Myanmar jet so much but it's very expensive အရင်ဈေးကြီးအဲ့တော့ Loisel ကသူ့အဖေရှိကသူပတ်စံသွားချီတယ်ဒီဆွဲကြိုးကိုပြန်ဝယ်ဖို့ and Matilda ကသူ့တငယ်ချင်းကိုဒီဆွဲကြိုးကိုပြန်ပေးလိုက်တယ်ဘာမှလည်းမပြောဘူးเนาะဟိုစားသူကပထမ you know တော့ပျောက်သွားတယ်ဘာမှမပြောပေးလိုက်တယ်ဒီအသက်ဝယ်ပြီးရခါကျတော့တငယ်ချင်းကလည်းမသိဘူး okay how do you like the story so far okay so we're going to the third paragraph okay third and last paragraph Loisel and Mathilde live in poverty for 10 years with him taking on night work as a copier to earn extra money and her sacrificing her beauty to do household chores on her own while constantly bargaining with the clerks and vegetable sellers. They gave up their servant and have moved to a poor apartment up many stairs. After all the loans are paid off, Mathilde encounters Jian on the Champs-Élysées, but Jian barely recognizes her due to her shabby clothing and unkempt appearance. Jian is also accompanied by her young daughter, of which little mention is made except by inference, as the Loisels have no children. Mathilde tells Jian about the loss and replacement of the necklace and of the hard times she has endured on Jian's account. She blames her former friend for the past miserable 10 years. Jian reveals that the necklace she lent to Mathilde had contained fake diamonds and was worth no more than 500 francs. Okay, so Loisel and Mathilde, the couple ကတော့သူတို့ကအရန်ဆင်းရဲသွားတယ်ဒီ10နှစ်အတွင်းမှာဘာဖြစ်ဆိုတော့သူတို့ကဒီဆွဲကြိုးကိုသူတို့ပတ်စံအတိုးတွေပြန်ပေးနေရတယ်เนาะဟိုစာဒီအကျွေးတွေနဲ့အဲ့တော့ဟိုစာသူတို့အရင်သူတို့ရဲ့ဘဝအရင်ကထက်တာမှပိုဆိုးတယ်เนาะ so အဲ့နေ့မှာဒီ10နှစ်ပြီးသွားတဲ့ခါကျအကျွေးတွေကိုသူတို့ပေးလိုက်တယ်အဲ့နေ့မှာသူက Mathilde ကသူ့တငယ်ချင်း former friend သူ့တငယ်ချင်း Jean ကိုပြန်တွေ့တယ်ဒီ Champs-Élysées မှာเนาะအဲ့ဒါဟိုစာပြင်သစ်မှာ and Jean ကတော့ဟိုစာသူ့တငယ်ချင်း Mathilde ကဟိုဆွဲကြိုးကိုသူငှားလိုက်တယ်လေMathilde ကိုဒါမှသူကမမမီကိုဘာဖြစ်ဆို Mathilde က you know Mathilde ကအင်ဂျီကလည်းမလှဘူး very shabby you know they like နော်အယူငါလိုမျိုးမဟုတ်ဘူးအဲ့တော့ Mathilde ကJean ကိုပြောတယ် hey that you know Jean ဒီ necklace ကြောင့်ပြောတယ်အရင်ကဆို you know ငါ10နှစ်အတွင်းမှာငါအရင်ဟိုစိတ်ညစ်ရတယ်တဲ့နင်းကြောင်နဲ့သူကအဖြစ်လက်တင်လိုက်တဲ့သူတကယ်ချင်း Jean ကိုငါ့ကိုဟိုစာဘာဖြုတ်ခါတာလဲနော်ဟိုစာအဲ့ဒါကိုငါတို့10နှစ်အတွင်းမှာငါတို့ဒီ necklace ကိုနင်းနောက်တစ်ခုဝယ်ပြီးရခါချော့နင်းကိုပြန်ပေးရလို့ဒီအကျွေးတွေနဲ့နှစ်သွားတယ်10နှစ်အတွင်းမှာ and then Jean ကတော့ so baffled အရင်on နေဟဲ့တဲ့ငါ necklace ငါဆွဲကြိုးကအတူအဲ့ဒါ500 francs ကဈေးကြီးဆုံးပဲငါပေးတာနေဟာတော့ a sit you know like so okay the story ends there so what do you think about what do you think about this story what is the moral or the lesson of the story what do you think is the moral of this story I just love this story but I want to hear from you I feel like Myanmar society can learn so much right from this Nobody's saying anything? No one has any thoughts about this story? So for me, I think it's so sad, you know? Oh, Sam, Mathilde ko le tanare. Ba phit so tu mya go tu a tin ji ang tu a yam lo jin lo. No, she wasted 10 years of her life trying to impress people that she doesn't even know, right? She tried to fit into society and she betrayed herself, you know, she hurt herself. She didn't look beautiful anymore. She wasn't youthful or kind or happy, you know, she was just miserable. Ayan senior ni bi kha jo 10နှစ်ဒီ10နှစ်ကိုသူဘယ်တော့မှပြန်မရနိုင်ဘူးလေ What do you think? ဘယ်လိုမျိုးထင်လဲSo Tay writes, borrowing is not good. I agree with you, Tay. ဟုတ်တယ်နော်မကြေးမုံဆိုလဲအရင်အဲ့ဒါကိုအရင်ဟိုစားဟုတ်တယ်မကြေးမုံလဲထင်တယ် Yeah. Borrowing is not good. And Zway writes, we should be satisfied with what we have. Yes, 100% true. No? We have to be content with ourselves and our belongings. Matantanji writes, yes. Hote, because, you know, what is the meaning of happiness, right? Is happiness, you know, getting what you want, or is it to be happy with what you already have? Is to be satisfied with what you already have? And go shida hani na beyond real contentment, no? Knowledge is power. Tay's right too, you know. I would say Mathilde got the lion the 500 francs she wouldn't have wasted 10 years of her life paying for 40,000 francs. You should be content with what you have more than you need. No? In my opinion, we have to be satisfied with what you have. Everybody's writing that. But you know, I want to say in my other people have said, you know, she wanted to have fun, right? One experience. That's not so bad, right? Yeah, right? I'm reading Nien Chun's message and it's just so funny. So Nien Chun writes, the lesson is, he that goes a borrowing goes a sorrowing. It's a very good rhyme, very good rapper. Go Nien Chun. And Mame writes, we shouldn't take any impression from others with the things we do not have. You know, we shouldn't be impressed with others, is what Mame was saying. You know, right? What they have does not reflect me. What they have does not affect me. It doesn't, like, why should I care? No, like, oh, my history is different. Ukimanza, I'm so glad you remember this story. We went over it with Ukimanza's class, our first class. She does not understand her actual life. Yeah, she's comparing herself with others, right? The only person you should compare yourself, the only person that you should be comparing yourself with is yourself from yesterday. No? 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 You only have to compare yourself. Okay. A8 that writes, need to stay in the present situation. Tet Noe writes, be yourself and don't think about other thoughts. Yeah, they don't pay your bills. So edo, So Wayman writes, I got two morals from the story. The first one is your income should cover your costs. The other one is you should be honest all the time. Yes, at any time. Yes. So you can't go, the only trick to being rich, right? I will tell you the trick to being rich. The trick to have money. There's only one thing. What Wayman Ted says is, your income, you have to spend below your income. No? There's no way around it. No? No? If you're making this much, your cost should be much less. Right? You also need to save for a rainy day. No? And so the only way that one will ever get rich is to spend below your means. Spend well below your means. No? Not above your means, right? Above your means ka po myare, no? Ko yare ha tap po myare. Spend below your means. Lord Mo writes, teacher, give me a necklace for free. Okay, I will send it. I can send you a necklace for free. Not real diamonds though. I can't afford. But I will send it to you. Yes, beauty is a form of vanity, right? So, you know, the woman wanted to be beautiful, but it's ironic. And then Yeah, Emily's right. You know, I think that we shouldn't pretend what you don't have. Like pretend that you don't don't pretend to be what you are not. ဟုတ်တယ် Sumyat says something good too. If you want a lot, you should also try not to depend on others. Yeah, remember from the first story, go down go you right? Like you have to, you have to be capable and take on the struggles, right? Should we compare ourselves? So it says, yeah, we shouldn't compare ourselves. Okay, I have a question for you. What do you think about the man? What do you think about the husband? Is he a good man? ကောင်းလား သူ့လည်းဘယ်လိုမျိုးထင်လဲ तू ကလည်းဒီ story ထဲမှာလည်း तू က he's a main character ယောက်ျားကိုဘယ်လိုမျိုးထင်လဲ What do you think about the man? I will wait. ဒီယောက်ျားကောင်းလား Is he a good man? Or is he like he doesn't have guts to talk back? Mei-u says yes, he is a good man. I think he's a good man too. သူမိမနဲ့လေသူမိမလုပ်တဲ့ဟာသူလုပ်တယ်နော် तू ကသူ့မိမကိုသူအရင်ချစ်တယ် he's always there for her. But at the same time, you are life partners, no? Who's a team? You're a team, right? You should be able to tell the truth and say, hey, you should try to negotiate or talk and tell the truth. If your wife is doing something wrong, don't enable it. Okay, right? You want to say, hey, is there another way that we can support? Yes, Mei-u says he supports and fulfills all his wife's wishes. Yeah, he did. He's a good man, but at the same time, I think you want somebody that tells you the truth. Nianchen says he should not have followed her desire. Yeah, he should thought of another way too. Zayar writes, your own normal life is the best condition of your life. You should not compare with other person. Live your life to the fullest. Wayman says he did his part the best, I think. Uampyo says, as a man, I don't like him. Da-aim says, I think that men usually supports her, what she wants to do. I think, so Da-aim is saying, I think, yeah, the man supports his wife. Cannot give optimum idea to his wife. Yeah, Uke Manzo's right, He couldn't give other ideas to him, couldn't give other good ideas, and he should have. When Mo writes, they're a very loving couple. It's very true though, no? ယောက်ျားကောင်းတယ်လေ so အဲ့တော့မိမကလည်း I think she's lucky, no? But at the same time, she's lucky ဒါပေမဲ့ယောက်ျားလည်းနည်းနည်းလေးပိုစဉ်းစားရင်လည်းကောင်းမယ်ထင်တယ်နော်ဘဝကြီးကပိုကောင်းနိုင်မယ်စင်တဲ့အတွင်းမှာ Be satisfied and content with what you have rather than craving for material things, which we can carry nothing out when we die. Ooh, beautiful. We have such philosophers here. ဒီမှာအလုံးစဉ်းစားတတ်တယ်အရင်ဟုတ်တယ်ဒီဘဝမှာဆိုရင်ကောင်းလေးကျင့်နေရမယ်ကိုစား ကိုရှိတဲ့ဟာနဲ့ကျင့်နေရမယ်ဟို material things တွေပစ္စည်းတွေကဘာမှမဟုတ်ဘူးเนาะဘာဖြစ်ဆိုတော့တင်ရင်ဘာမှလည်းမယူနိုင်ဘူး We can't carry anything when we die. That's true. In my view, Emily writes, he loves his wife so much, so he pampered her with what she likes. That's very true, no? He pampered her. He spoiled her. That's what it was. Hote Emily. Very true. He spoiled her. No? It's not good. Pure writes, her husband was good, but she was very childish and selfish. I think so too. And very like Nianchen says, negotiating is the best way in marriage life. Yes. not to be able to talk to one another as equal partners เนาะ to be able to bounce ideas off of each other เนาะ เดี๋ยวစာအကြံလေးပေးပြီးခါကျစကားပြောဘဝကိုဘယ်လိုမျိုးတိုးတက်နိုင်မလဲအဲ့ဒါလေးပြောရင်ပိုကောင်းမယ်เนาะ Mathantanji writes, he should be able to have nice ideas and give nice ideas. I think so too. Okay, you guys. Any last words that anybody wants to say? I think you guys know critical thinking very well. Very, very good. I loved your ideas. I want to ask you one thing about next week, okay? So Saturday, I have a favor to ask you. I'm going to send you guys the videos for pre-recorded videos. Sorry. Okay, I'm just reading one more comment. So next Saturday, I won't be able to do a live because I have my cousin's wedding. It's not a wedding, no? အပွဲကြီးမဟုတ်ဘူး သူကမိသားစုနဲ့သူကသူ့အမျိုးသမီးနဲ့မိသားစုဆိုရင်မကြေးမုံနဲ့ maybe like 3 ယောက် 4 ယောက်နဲ့သူ့အမျိုးသမီးနဲ့သူ wedding ကိုသူနည်းနည်းလေးလုပ်ချင်လို့เนาะ COVID ရှိတဲ့ခါကျတော့တစ်နှစ် for 1 year he has not been able to have his wedding. So he just wanted a little gathering on Saturday with maybe 5 people, 2 of them being him and his wife and 3 others being his cousins, me included, because I am a friend of his wife. So I would like to be there, and so I won't be able to do a live. However, on Sunday we can do a longer class, and we'll go over the answers, but you will still have some videos for some of the question and answers, okay, for next week's worksheets. All right, let me know what you think. But as always, I love talking to you guys. Thank you, Pyo. Thank you for tuning in. And you can always, reach me within the comments in our Facebook group. We will have more exercises for you in the Facebook group, and I hope you like them. Please also let us know what you want to learn, right? Anything about business English, anything about writing, anything more about maybe slang. I think it's very cool, the new slang. I can tell you a little bit next week. So yeah, let me know. I hope you have a great week, and we will be in touch in the Facebook group. And so this coming week, I think you'll be working on nouns. No, this is the second worksheet. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Suwadi. Good night, and thank you so much for all of these thoughtful comments and for really thinking out the ideas and the morals. You all are so good. Nah? All right. See you next Sunday, but we will be talking to you via this Facebook group. Goodbye. Bye.